Hello, friends. July brings strong energy for communication and financial moves, with Mercury turning direct mid month. Home and family matters heat up early, then shift. You'll feel grounded in your own power, but watch spending on comfort and avoid rushing big decisions about property or family until late month. All right, my friends, let's dive into your career and work for the month. Early July is really favorable for pitching ideas and closing deals. That's because Mercury retrograde ends on July 23rd, which will clear up a lot of that confusion we've been feeling. As we get to mid month, your focus shifts to deeper work and building your reputation. Expect some good momentum on projects requiring clear communication, but do avoid major announcements before Mercury turns direct. So, what's the best approach? Send out those proposals or pitches before July 23rd. Schedule your important meetings after July 23rd, once Mercury is direct. And definitely document agreements in writing now. Now, a couple of things to watch out for. There's a miscommunication risk between July 1st and 22nd. So confirm all details twice. And please avoid signing any long term contracts before July 23rd. You'll be glad you did. So much for career. Now let's turn to your finances. Let's talk about money and finance. Financial activity picks up early month, but impulse spending on home, comfort, or family matters is likely July 5 to 31. You may feel pressure to invest or buy property. Income looks steady, but outflow may surprise you. My advice: review budget before July 5. Delay non urgent home or furniture purchases until August. Ask for a raise or negotiate fees before July 23. But be careful. Spending on home and comfort items may spike mid month. Avoid large financial commitments to family until late July. Alright, let's talk about love and relationships this month. Early July is looking wonderful for connecting with siblings, peers, or close friends. It's a really good time to reconnect with those important people in your life. Around July 5th, you might notice some shifts in family dynamics. Things could feel a bit unsettled mid month, especially concerning romantic or domestic matters. But don't worry, they're set to clarify beautifully by the month's end. Remember, communication is truly your strength right now. Make sure you use it. So, what should you focus on to make the most of all this? First, definitely reach out to a sibling or a close friend early in the month. Second, have those honest conversations about your home or any family plans. And third, why not plan a nice family gathering or a casual catch up lunch? Now, a gentle reminder: try to avoid making any major relationship decisions, specifically between July 5th and the 16th. Also, be aware that family tensions might just surface, particularly around home or property matters. After matters of the heart, let's look at health and the rest. Alright, let's dive into your health for the month. You'll find your energy is really solid and grounded throughout this whole period. With Mars in your sign, it's actually giving you a wonderful boost to your strength and stamina. Now, you might experience a little bit of minor stress, perhaps around family or home, and that could cause a touch of tension. But truthfully, your overall vitality is looking really good. In fact, rest is actually less urgent for you than it usually is. So, with all this fantastic energy, what should you do? Well, definitely use this strong energy for exercise or outdoor activity. It's a great time to maybe start a new fitness routine, especially early in the month. And remember to stay hydrated and eat your regular meals. Please don't skip them, even if things get busy. Let's talk about travel and movement. Short trips and local movement are favored early month. Longer journeys or relocations are better planned for late July or August. If traveling July 1 through 22, expect minor delays or miscommunication. Allow extra time. What you can do: book short local trips or visits early month. Plan longer journeys for after July 23. Confirm travel details in writing before July 23. During this time, avoid starting a house move or relocation July 5 through 16. Travel delays or schedule changes likely July 1 through 22. Alright, let's talk about your spiritual journey and personal growth for the month ahead. The early part of the month really supports deep reflection and inner work. It's an absolutely beautiful time for journaling or meditation, so lean into that. However, as we roll into mid month, you might notice a bit of restlessness bubbling up. You could feel a strong pull towards new spiritual practices or even new teachers. That's okay. Then, by late month, that sense of clarity truly returns, and you'll find those grounding practices are incredibly helpful. So, here's what I'd really encourage you to do this month. Definitely journal or meditate early on to clarify those intentions of yours. And if a new practice or teacher really calls to you, absolutely explore it. Also, please remember to ground yourself with some lovely earth based practices. Things like gardening or just a simple walk can make all the difference. Now, just a little heads up. Try to avoid committing to any expensive spiritual programs right in the mid month. That restlessness you might be feeling between July 5th and the 16th, it can often feel like a deep spiritual seeking, but I'd suggest you simply sit with it and observe for a bit. Alright, my dear Taurus, for July 2026, it's truly a month of new opportunities and considered choices. Now, if you'd like personal and in depth guidance about your birth chart, do visit my website bnnastrosage.com. Here's something special: every new user who signs up gets one free reading. My team and I will analyze your birth chart in detail and give you precise guidance. So, as we close, remember this: July is a month rich with new opportunities. Stay balanced. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you so much. Namaste.